and then they edge forward with the Orisa shields, and then they just get destroyed by the damage.
Oh, sometimes death comes on 4 legs, mate. That's the way it works here. The Hulk being used there as well by Orisa just to try and pull everyone up into Fix already found. Christopher Tomsey also going down. Hammers have been literally and figuratively pulled into a vortex of damage, and Misfits are spreading it over there as well. There's not enough bread for the butter they've got, and they're going to keep pressing forward on towards the point. Sizzle knows he's going to be tested to try and stop these projectiles coming through. God, what a nightmare.
Yeah, this is actually horrible to play against right now, even when you're running the D.Va. So many projectiles just coming into you thick and fast. It's going to be the bio grenade sent out, but it's the recall popping off as well for Nesh in this moment. Still laying in the damage from Tabik in the upper area, building up his barrage at the moment. He's searching for the kill. Fisher is going to be popping it off early, picks up 2 kills, make it 3. What? It's unreal. How does he get away with that? The composition just taking Hammers by complete surprise, and that'll be the tick over and out.
That's filthy.
Hello and welcome back to Blackwatch Intel. My name is Krashy, and today I have NeBo with me. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. What's up, guys?
So today on the channel, we're going to be doing kind of a meta discussion. We're going to be talking about something we actually saw a few months back in an Overwatch, like European LAN, I think it was. It was by Take TV called the Takeover 2, and it was Misfits versus Hammer Esports, and it was a composition that at the time was being called the poke comp or the spam comp. And essentially what the point of it is you want to spam damage at your enemies and kind of force their position and force them to back up or, you know, take, lethal damage. So the composition was Pharah, Mercy, Junkrat, Ana, Rein, and Orisa. And as you can see, most of those heroes all use projectiles except for the Mercy, and it's just a lot of damage coming your way. So overall, what do you think about that, NeBo?
I think it's crazy that they use this comp, considering it's not like this regular meta that everybody's going along with. And for them to use this actual comp, it's just so much for the opposite team to like take in. This is so much damage coming their way, and basically overwhelms them. And I think it's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, and as you saw in the clip that I posted on the video, the first initial clip, it's on attacking Hollywood, the first point. So that first point, there's really not a lot of room for the defenders to kind of back up to. You can kind of back up into the diner, or you can push forward, or you can go around the backside of the building. So with that position, you're going to be taking additional damage just because you're either pushed into a tight enclosed space, or you're in the middle of the point, or you're backed off the point, which you definitely don't want to be, because then the enemy team will take over. So there's a lot to be said about the potential of this comp, not to mention the fact that there are 2 heroes already in the comp, Orisa and Junkrat, that have seen changes and buffs, and the Mercy rework is kind of pending on the PTR, just waiting to come out. So all in all, I think, like I said, there's a lot of potential with this comp. And I guess what are your thoughts going forward with some of these changes? What are your thoughts with, potential Pharah coming back into play with the Mercy rework and Mercy's change just in general?
So yeah, I think with the actual Mercy and Pharah coming in, which you actually touched on in a later video about the whole tempo res on Pharah, I think it's actually really good. Rezzing every 30 seconds, and keeping yourself alive and flying in the sky longer will annoy the actual the other team for your teams on the ground to push in. And also with Orisa herself, with this bigger shield and faster projectiles, it's like constant damage, and like I was saying before, it will overwhelm the actual opposing team.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now, one thing I haven't thought of, literally until just now, and I'll be honest when I say this, we have to think about how the game changes as a whole. And looking at a comp like this, a spam comp, you have to know that one of the best things you could run against it is a D.Va. But what's happening with D.Va right now on the PTR? Well, her defense matrix is getting cut in half. So I'm serious when I say that the potential for a comp like this on certain points on certain maps is actually going to be ridiculous. Mercy's going to come in with a whole new play style, new reses, more tempo, more control, more in the fight. Reinhardt just being the big frontliner, and Orisa actually pushing out a lot of damage with either like a Zen or an Ana as the secondary healer. I think the potential is huge. I think it's something that I'm looking forward to either seeing come into the meta or just running with some friends, or trying to get a lobby together to play it, to see what it feels like and how it runs. And I think overall it's just going to be something much different. I don't know if it's going to be good for the game. I don't know if it's going to be the new, cancer, new dive meta, but it's going to be fun to run. I mean, Riptire is insane. We already seeing some changes to that on the PTR. But overall, I think it's just a new way to play Overwatch, a new kind of meta for the game.
All right, so with that, you know, with the actual like comp that you're talking about, you can switch it up any way you like too. Like if you don't really want to use Junkrat, I mean, Junkrat is actually really good in the way his spam is. Or if you don't want to use a Pharah, you can, you know, let's not forget the actual Reaper. Reaper is, you know, buffed, and he's actually really good in close range. And if you can get in there with, you know, your team spamming behind him, you know, you can have like effective push for any point, depending if it is, you know, like either a payload or a capture point map. I think it's actually a really good meta coming into this.
You know, it's actually crazy that you brought that up, because I was just thinking that, like, say they have a strong hit scan player and the Pharah Mercy's just not working out as well as you'd want it to, or the Pharah's having a hard time getting the position that she wants, you could easily replace that with like a soldier, just with Helix Rocket and more ammo on the ground, or even just kind of push like a recon mode Bastion forward. And as you push forward, once you kind of take the position by forcing them off, all you have to do is set up in Sentry, and then, you know, you're in the front of the fight with a sentryed Bastion.
I like that. I like the sounds of that with the Bastion. Man, I didn't even, you know what, it's funny, like we're so like focused on these like metas or whatever, and not a lot of people throw it in. Bastion, that's amazing right there. You have the 2 shields in front of you, you have the healers behind, boom, massive amounts of DPS coming down your way.
So it's going to be cool to see as things like this surface. It always is a trickle-down effect where, you know, the best of the best, the pro scene, you know, the top 500 players are going to be finding the things that they want to run. They find the success for it, and then it becomes meta. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for us today. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video. Please leave a like before you head out. NeBo, I appreciate you coming on the channel with us today and just having this slight meta discussion and kind of a theory crafting session. So where can we find you, man? I know you're always live on YouTube.
All right, so you can find me here on Blackwatch Intel. I'm occasionally putting up videos every week or every other week. I would like to put more up. I know Krashy's, you know, working hard and smashing the, you know, upload button like constantly. But yeah, for me personally, I have my own YouTube channel, and I also live stream a lot on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. I'll put all the links down below, and I thank everybody who's come out and watched the videos so far supporting Blackwatch Intel. So make sure you smash that subscribe button for more content on Blackwatch Intel. I'll give it to Krashy. Take it away.
All right, thanks for checking out the video, guys, and I'll see you for the next one.
Sparks that I'm setting free. Does the beat take you over?